What is good, guys? It's Rey-Jay back with another video, and this one I'm going to break down what's going on with the overall market, what you should be watching for moving forward. I'm also going to give you guys a very big warning about the markets for the next hour. But before I break anything down, let me just mention a couple of things. I am firstly not a financial planner. Make sure you take none of this as financial advice. And don't forget about the Webull link. The offer ends in just 7 days. Deposit any amount of money into the account, and you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks. Anyways, let's talk about the market, what's going on with it. So SPY is down about 0.3% almost as of right now. Once again, it got this rejection off of this 455 resistance zone. Now it's testing this 454 support, going back and forth for the entire day. If you look at Tesla, we got a very nice pump in the morning before dumping back down, and this thing has been trading sideways for the past almost 3 hours, not really doing much. And this was what I was expecting, right? High volatility in the morning, and then lots of sideways price action, lots of chop, especially approaching the big data. When is the data coming out? 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. You have to be ready for this. It's going to be happening in about 1 hour from now at the time I'm recording this, at least for my time. And we're getting very close to the rate hike decision. Now, I want to warn you guys that something big just changed in the probabilities. So before, okay, there was a much higher chance we would get a 25 basis point rate hike. Now it reduced just a tiny bit, and now there's like a 3% chance we get a 50 basis point rate hike. Once again, very, very unlikely. Super unlikely we get a 50. It's also very unlikely we get a pause from the Fed. According to this, we are most likely, with a 96.5% chance, we are most likely going to get a 25 basis point rate hike or a 0.25% increase in the Fed funds rate by the Fed. That's going to be very important. So let's break down the possibilities. If the Fed ends up pausing, okay, hypothetically, just a hypothetical, if the Fed pauses, the market's going to rip to the upside. It's going to explode. The market's going to love it because if the Fed is done with these rate hikes, the market will see a lot of optimism, and the market will believe that the pain to come may not be as bad as what it could be. If they give us a 50 basis point rate hike, the market is going to crash, but that's extremely unlikely. There's only a 3% chance of that happening. If they give us a 25 basis point rate hike or a 0.25% increase with a 96.5% chance of that happening, I think the response is going to be very mixed. I'm not 100% sure about how it's going to go, to be honest with everyone. If the market is positive, you're going to be watching SPY retest 455, and if that breaks, 456 becomes a possibility. If it's negative, we're going to be watching 454 on SPY. If that fails us, there's going to be 453.5, if not even lower than that. I don't know which way the market's going to go. If we do get a big dump, I expect the market to get bought right back up and like try to return to this area before Powell comes back. If the market gets a huge pump, it's going to come right back down by the time Powell starts speaking. So expect some big volatility in the very beginning. But then, like I said before, I just don't know which way the market's going to go. I'm actually holding a lot of cash right now. I'm not really like betting on anything. I'm really just trying to manage risks. And because I'm uncertain, it's best to just be very careful. All right. So it's not financial advice. It's simply me just telling what I believe is very important. And with that said, we're just going to wait for the data to come out. For Tesla, for bullish, you're going to be watching 265. And if that breaks, 268 and then 270. For support, watch 262.5, followed by 260 around that area. There's also support at 261.75, but more heavy support is going to be around 260 and then 258. Okay. And then for Aapl, we have 195 around, very close to 195 or 194.94 to be more precise. For resistance, for support, it's really close to this like 194, then 193.8 area. Very, very tight on Aapl. I think it's going to just continue that way. For the QQQ, you have resistance around 377.5 and we have support around 375 flat. Watch all of these levels carefully. I just want to warn everyone that a big move is coming, and I don't know which way it's going to go, to be honest with everyone, and that's why you need to be very careful. For Nvda, support is going to be around this 446 area and also 444. We have more significant support around 444.7. And then for resistance, there's 450, 452.11, and 455 after that. I don't know which way the market's going to go, to be honest with you, when the data drops, when we get the rate hike decision. And then we'll find out based off, what comes out, the market's response, and we're going to find out more information later on based off what Powell says, okay? So one final reminder, 2 o'clock p.m. the decision comes out. 2:30 p.m. is when we have the press conference, when Powell is going to be speaking. Okay, 30 minutes after that, and this is in New York time that I'm talking about. Make sure you're ready and do what you have to do. When you're uncertain, if you are playing something, be very careful, okay? Just be very, very careful. We don't know what's going to happen, so do what you have to do, and I just want the best for everyone, okay? Thank you for listening. Have a good one, guys. This is a short video. Market to the moon as the long term is very bright, and peace out.